Hello, everybody. We are looking at the library catalog, part 2. Earlier we discussed what is the library catalog and when and why you use it. And I gave you a little bit of information also about some tips for the how, right? So now we're going to look at the where is it and how do you use it. So my mouse is kind of near one. You can get into the library catalog by under the quick links and click on library catalog. Also, another way is using the Find Books tab. This actually takes you into the library catalog as well. And you can see here example of a basic search, which is this immediate default is the basic search. And then you got a button that takes you over to the advanced search. Okay, and that's where you have to kind of do the more elaborate, precise searching, but you usually get better results. So the keyword here, we have a couple different options. You've got title and author and call number that you can put in there. If you were to do title, you need to be very precise. You have to do the title exactly as it appears. And the same thing with the author, or you won't get results. But the caveat to that is that the library catalog cannot process punctuation. So you cannot type in colons, commas, question marks, hyphens. Those things are no good. Okay, so just type in the words for the title log very precisely. Just like doing library research databases, you should only search with 2 to 3 words or concepts. Okay, so a keyword search, if your topic happens to be super narrow, you may only need 1 word. So it just kind of depends on what your topic is. Or if it's so narrow, you may have to think of a broader concept that contains your topic. So maybe there would be like a chapter in that book that covers your topic, but not the whole book itself. And again, remember, library catalog does not search the full text, so it doesn't know what's contained in the chapters. It only searches the records, which sometimes will have a table of contents, but often don't. Okay, so let's do a keyword, basic keyword search. Immigrant border, you can see I typed it already. That's how it knows. I typed it a little bit ago. So this gets us all the versions, the same beginning of the word with different endings. So immigrants, immigration, immigrating, all these different versions and at the border. So with these keywords, hopefully you would guess that I am searching for information about maybe what happens to immigrants at the border, or maybe immigration issues at the border. All those things should be covered in this. So let's go ahead and search and look at these results. So we get a variety of different results here. We have e-books right at the top. We know that because it says that. These ones next few are government documents. So you see this United States. This might be a government report. This is another government, lots of government things. And a couple of different other kinds of results. So, if you wanted to narrow down to just books or ebooks, you can go to Modify Search, and let's do books and ebooks. And if you want to do both, you hit the Shift key to highlight both, okay? And let's redo the search. Those are the different material types, right? And I said you can narrow it down. So, unfortunately, the government documents still end up being considered books. It's just the way the system is set up, so you still have to kind of wade through those. But let's look at one of these records for a book that looks relevant. How about this one? It's a nice physical book. I can tell that because we've got location, call number, and status. So what do we know about this book? Well, we've got the title, Youth Held at the Border, Immigration, Education, and the Politics of Inclusion. We know it's in the book stacks. We have a call number, which is like its street address, okay? So you have the general vicinity where it is, and then you get to the street address. And it's on the shelf, which is good. Here's that Map It button that I was talking about. Now we know where it is in the stack. So this is upstairs, the second floor, and it's in the middle of this range over here. And these are alphanumerical, okay? So LC comes after LB. 283 comes after 282, D comes after C, before E, so on and so forth. So this little map gives you a good help of where to go. That's what I love about that catalog. The other ways we know kind of a little bit about what the content is for this book is these subject headings, okay? So a couple things, just like I said for the library research databases, the subject headings give us synonyms also. In this case, I don't see anything particularly exciting in the synonyms, so I do see social conditions could be useful. They also allow you to carry on and find everything. So if we were interested particularly in the children of immigrants and their education in the United States, you can click on that and we will see how many books we have, or items I should say, how many items we have, although it's really slow right now, how many items we have on that topic. We have 26, okay, 26 items. Anything else on this page? No. Let's look at another one. Let's do an ebook. So for the ebook, we don't have location in the same way or status because it's an ebook. Okay, so you would click on view this ebook. If you're off campus, you would have to enter in your net ID and password. But that's how it brings it up. Let's look at the subject headings for this one. So we have immigration enforcement. Great Britain, goodness. This is not even what I was thinking of. So that's one thing to be aware of too. They can help you with like location. So this is actually set in Great Britain, which I'm not necessarily interested in. I was thinking more of the United States border. Whoops. But I do get some other words here that are kind of interesting, like immigration enforcement, alien detention centers, illegal aliens. That brings up other comments I'm not going to mention now. But if we click on this, we can see if we have immigration enforcement in the United States. Oh, look, we do. We have 9 books on that, or 9 items, I should say. We don't know their books necessarily. Budgeting for immigration enforcement. Some government documents. Another couple of ebooks here. A print book. So there you can see what those 9 books are. So you can always trail through with the subject headings to see which of those books or which items have those subject headings. Remember, subject headings are guaranteed stamp of what that book is about, right? If that book has that label, that means it's definitely about that topic. So they can be more powerful than a keyword searching. Let's check out the advanced search. So we have on the right here the advanced search. We can click on this. Let's do, we can do border. So we have the and, right? Immigrant and we put them into separate boxes. If we want to do, remember, always put your synonyms in there. Let's say I'm interested in border or Mexico, Mexicans, and things of that sort. I'm going to put an asterisk there. That way we get both Mexicans and Mexico, depending on what we want. You know, maybe I'll throw in a third concept just to be crazy. We'll do health. How about that? And I can narrow it down to types if I wanted just books and ebooks, or even the video. That would be nice too. So a couple of different ways. But let's go ahead and do submit. Now we get some funny things like legalization of marijuana. What is this one about? Now, see, this is our example where, because the word immigration was mentioned, these are the table of contents. Immigration was mentioned once, and so was Mexico. All my words are mentioned here, but they don't. The book doesn't really have to do with what I was talking about, right? I'm not interested in legalization of marijuana, not at least for this topic. So you do kind of get some interesting things when you do these keyword searches. This one's not bad. And we get here, immigrants, United States social conditions, so that could be useful. Either of these you might want to trail through. Let's see if we do this. Again, this one actually has a table of contents, which is nice. So you can see how many times your word appear in there. That's an interesting one. social condition, 76. So we had 76 items that are tagged with that. If we click on it, we can see what those 76 items are. Of course, it's very slow. You can see all the ones that are nearby. You can even narrow it down more by date. So here we can see what these are, which is, wow, some of these are way better than we found at the other place. They are system sorted. You could change it so they don't have relevance though. You could put the most recent things up at the top by doing reverse year, which isn't necessarily a bad idea. So this is kind of interesting, the things that we find here. Not everything necessarily has to do with the border, but that's okay. You just have to think about what's most important to you when you're doing your search. So what if your search results, let's go back to our list here. Oh, by the way, here's an example of a streaming video. So you would click here and you would view it. Again, these are highly expensive videos, thousands of dollars for these streaming videos. So, you know, it's good to take advantage of them. They're not usually available through YouTube, at least not legally. Okay, so if, let's say you did this search and you couldn't find anything, you put your search in and you know like it's a topic we should have information on it and you feel like your terms are good, it's just we don't seem to collect any materials on that topic. Where you want to go next is to repeat the search in Link Plus. Repeat search in Link Plus. It's going to leave this database and it's going to go to a library catalog. Okay, so it's another library catalog. It looks kind of like ours, but it searches over 50 regionally close libraries. And if you request a book through Link Plus, it should get here in less than 5 days. So if we repeat this search, you should get more results because now we're searching a whole bunch of libraries. So that's why it jumped to 359. And you get some interesting things like this, police operations. Wow, that's interesting. Again, there's that marijuana one comes up. We get a lot of very diverse results in here. So anyways, I like to read those and scan them. But this is another thing. And so you can request the item to be delivered here. Again, it should take less than 5 days, but it could take a little bit longer. So that's kind of going into Link Plus. It's necessary if you can't find anything here. And my point in telling you that is finding books, surprisingly, can actually be more difficult and take longer than finding articles, okay? So for that reason, I suggest doing this assignment early. Again, you will have 2 weeks. So I think you should find your book in the first week, okay? And then you have the next week to read it and see if, you know, how it's relevant, okay, and how it fits into your topic. And remember with a book, when you're reading a scholarly book, you don't have to read it cover to cover. You read the sections that are relevant to your research question. You look at the index, you look at the table of contents, and find the parts that are relevant. Another reason it's important to do this early in that first week is if you're having any problems, you should contact me, okay? My guideline rule is if you spend 30 minutes not finding any results, that's when it's time to contact a librarian. Or you can contact a friend if I'm scary for some reason. You can contact a friend, but don't spend longer than 30 minutes being frustrated. Always look for help elsewhere if you start having a difficult time. And I'm certainly willing, just not the night beforehand. Okay? So that's the basics of the library catalog, and hopefully this will help you for our team activity in class.